Hello and welcome to Garage Quest, our D&D session. Stick around for part 2 of Hex Crystals and the Sect of the Golden Unicorn.
Where we last left our adventurers, the town of Antelope City was just the victim of some kind of malicious attack involving an explosion in the midst of their festival of the Unicorn of Light. And it seems like the town is in a fervor, led mostly by the governor Barry Crown, who has called for all able-bodied men to rally themselves and prepare for a raid on the shantytown village on the outskirts of town in the river. Baba Franco, due to the pleading of Elementos in a call for diplomacy, has agreed to stall any aggressive actions on the part of the city towards the shantytown and their citizens.
Possibly because he believes in young love.
Possibly because he believes in young love. But he only guarantees an hour of being able to hold them off. So your diplomatic actions must happen very quickly. Roscoe Goodbarrel, who was direly injured in the explosion, being trapped under the Golden Unicorn, basically crushed and incapacitated Roscoe, who will probably be sitting this one out. Not wanting to leave them in the trust of the leadership of this town, Shump insisted upon leaving Roscoe with a very, very gorgeous halfling tavern wench that he was eyeing during his epic carousing. Meantime, Drew Arrow, pursuing the scampering guy, is met with a confrontation of some of the denizens of this shanty town on the river at the town's end.
So Drew's still trying to talk past these gentlemen at the guy as he's leaving, and hey, I was talking to you. You let the guy. Hi, how you doing? Excuse me, guy, you over there? Can you just wait? Excuse me, guys, you're in the way. I'm trying to talk to that guy.
I'm sorry. Hold it there. This is a private space, and this is a safe space for us denizens of the river town.
Okay, but we just had a major explosion over here. People are hurt, and I saw somebody scampering. I'm not interested in your town. I just want to talk to that scampering person that I saw to see if they, see what, I have questions.
Are you talking about the prepubescent boy that you shot a crossbow bolt at?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid that kind of aggression just doesn't go over very well here, friend.
Well, I do apologize, but I told him to stop, and, he didn't.
Well, what right do you have to stop him in the street? He was running from an explosion, just like you were.
No, I was running to try to get him, because he scampered from the exact direction at that explosion. I'm not accusing him of anything. I just need his eyewitness account so that, we can get to the bottom of this.
Well, for not wanting to accuse him of anything, it seems a little unusual that you'd resort to deadly violence.
I arrive at this point and I say, pardon me, I can't help but overhear, but that boy, as you call him, was scampering before the explosion went off, and that is the reason we're trying to speak with him.
Also, I'll have you know, I'm a grade A marksman. If I wanted to kill that boy, I would have hit him.
Yeah.
Roll a deception.
Oh, man. It's not good.
It looks an awful lot like you were trying to hit him, but you just missed. In fact, I'm pretty sure I saw you injure yourself. Do you even know how to use that crossbow?
Yes, I do.
Shump would like to move over here and kind of take up position right on the borderline. Crossing his arms kind of like a bouncer, just making sure, enforcing the little truce we've got going.
You're enforcing a demilitarized zone in between the guards who are posted at the remnants of the gate that was partially blown in and the folk who live in the river.
I will speak up and say, I'm very sorry, but I need to take a leak. And then I'm gonna move over behind whatever the fuck this is and cast invisibility upon myself.
All right. While you're over there, you actually notice. What's your passive perception?
18.
18.
Cool.
You actually notice that this small outcropping of plumbing work appears to be part of the city's sewage and water system and has recently been disturbed. But the manhole is slightly ajar.
So Drew goes on to say, well, it looks like they're planning to come over here and kill all you guys, so, we're not from around here. We're your best bet at a diplomatic solution. So if not the scampering kid or the guy who saw him, who can I talk to over here?
Well, I am the chosen representative of our people at this current junction.
Nice to meet you. I'm Drew Arrow.
And I am Pudding Giaffra.
You're putting me on with that
For
name.
what?
Pudding Giaffra.
Yeah, Pudding is a very popular name in these parts.
Meanwhile, Shump's just gonna shoot the shit with these guard guys about sports or something, jock stuff,
Okay, it's talking about jousting, horseback riding, archery, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say to myself, this place is a shithole. And then I will attempt to crawl up onto this, and if it's slightly ajar, I would like to just peer in to see if I notice anything unusual beyond the pails and pails of
Roll an investigation.
shit. I got a 23 investigation for
Shit.
my shithole check.
Well, you see not only that has this this manhole cover been recently disturbed, but also there are some fresh small animal tracks leading down into the sewer, which is a cavernous space below you. Drew, what are you doing meanwhile?
I'm talking to Pudding.
He says, if you and your companions put down your arms, I will call out the scampering guy, as you called him, and we'll all talk together. Try to figure out what this conflict is. Because no one wants any more bloodshed today.
Absolutely. That sounds great. Drew takes his short crossbow and his rapier and sets them on... he looks around and he says, where can I put these where they'll be safe?
Just set them next to you.
Yeah.
We're just going to talk right here.
Drew does that.
I tell them the guard's a dirty joke.
Okay.
A guy walks into a bar and he meets this other guy who's just got a giant orange head. Like his head's like a big orange circle. And he's like, dude, what happened? How did you get this way? And he's like, this is crazy. I found a genie, okay? And the genie said you got 3 wishes, And he's like, okay, what'd you wish for? And he's like, okay, the first wish, I was like, okay, I want millions of dollars, and that's why I'm super rich now. And then the second wish, he's like, I want to be invincible, and so now you can't kill me. No matter what you do, you could stab me, run me over with a car. No matter what you do, you cannot kill me, and it worked. I'm immortal. And the guy goes, okay, so what was the third wish? And he's like, yeah, okay, so I get to the third wish, and here's where I really think I went wrong.
Okay. The guards are cracking up. Oh, yes. Oh, that is a good one. Meanwhile, back at the shanty town.
Drew says, should we sit? Should we sit while we talk? And he pulls out his pipe and
No.
starts...
Well, no one's talking until your 2 companions come back. I don't want them shooting us from afar once I call out.
Drew says, Shump? He's better off over there. He's not really much for the conversation, if you know what I mean.
I'm afraid not. I can't take any risks with the people that I am sworn to protect.
Well, he's over there protecting you from the people that are sworn to disprotect you.
Well, what about the one that went to relieve herself?
I relieve myself of my invisibility, but not my urine. And I come walking out And I say, hey, what'd I miss?
By the way, that's a good call. Never pee while invisible, because like you can't see where your feet are, so you can't when the stream's coming at you. Like
It might not break your invisibility, but I think it would give you away. You're just like, huh?
No, it
there's
would be invisible. Would it not?
okay, new episode.
So,
I think it would.
as Elementos approaches the line drawn in the sand between the shantytown denizens and Drew Arrow, you see that that Drew has set his weapons aside.
Drew looks over and he says, just take off your weapons. We're just going to sit and talk. It'll be fun.
All right. Yeah, I guess I can do that. I mean, I don't see what the big deal is. So I go ahead and I take off my crossbow and my rapier, but not my tambourine dagger of death.
Suspiciously eyeing the two of you, and then looking over you back towards Shump. As long as your barbarian stays over there at the city, I think that we can treat. All right, I'll call that scampering guy. He's actually just a child.
Okay, scampering
He
child.
he turns around and calls over his shoulder, "Somebody go get Frankie Bones!" There's a rustling from the floating tent raft behind Pudding as a small boy emerges, maybe the age of 12 or 13. Skinny, gaunt, shabbily dressed. Walks across the gangplank and hides just a little bit sheepishly behind Pudding as he looks at you.
Hey there, little boy. Hi, I'm Drew Arrow. This is Elementos.
Hi, boy who I definitely thought was little and didn't find sexually attractive at all when he was scampering by earlier.
Pudding, like,
Boy.
kind of like
What?
protectively puts his arm next to the boy, Frankie Bones, and says, "You only have to say what you feel like saying. Don't let them pressure you into anything you're not comfortable with."
I'm uncomfortable.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Frankie Bones.
Frankie Bones. Nice to meet you, Frankie.
Child.
My name's Frankie.
Frankie Bones. Why were you over there, kid?
You know, I was just watching you guys play music.
Uh-huh. I cast a zone of truth.
And that's a wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
15. What do I have to do to beat you?
18.
Okay. Well, he fails the wisdom save.
So now he's in the zone of truth. And in the spirit of truth, I announce we are in the zone of truth now. So say that to me again. Why were you over
Pudding is like, "How dare you cast a spell and enchant us all? We're here just in peaceful
a
talking."
spell for truth that
Yeah.
benefits us all?
You shouldn't have any fear of the truth, right?
No, that's what we're here to get to the bottom of.
Right. So we're here to help, and we've told you that, we're...
I honestly thought you would be in agreement with it.
Frankie,
or...
is what you said been true? No. When I saw that the halfling fell off the platform, I thought maybe it would be an opportunity to help feed my family. And he outturns his pockets, and there's
You were going to eat Roscoe?
there's a handful of gold in each hand.
Ugh.
Oh, well, no worry about that, boy. That's fine. In your situation, I probably would have done the same thing. But you have to tell us, did you see anything else that was strange?
You're not going to believe me, but I swear I saw a rat.
I telepathically messaged Drew. There were animal prints going into the sewer over there. The manhole's ajar.
While you guys are telepathically communicating, Jello, or
Pudding.
Pudding, pardon me, Pudding is comforting Frankie Bones, saying, "Child, I know that we come from such poor means, but we cannot resort to criminal activity. That just belies the movement."
At this point, I'd like to interject. I would like to use my power of persuasion to persuade them to let me take the boy aside and teach him a few things.
Where is this going? I'm gonna persuade him to put some hair on his chest.
Let's see where this goes, guys. 20. I just need him for 5 minutes.
That doesn't help.
Can I... Hey, little boy.
I have some fruit coolers over behind this manhole cover. Come this way.
Step around the corner here with me. Together, we saunter hand in hand over here, in which I impart some wisdom to him of a few scams he can run to help him take care of his family.
Okay.
And then I tell him, never tell anyone about these scams and never tell anyone where he got it from. But when he's older, to come find me.
Okay.
But I say that last part in a slightly creepy tone.
Yeah, it's like, and if you do tell anyone, no one will believe you. And Shump's getting pretty bored with the guards. And so what Shump's going to do is Shump asks one of the guards, the one he likes the most, and be like, "Hey, can you just can you make sure these other guys don't cross this line while I go join my friends? Just want to check in on what's going on with them."
He's like, "Yeah,
be a buddy. Be a buddy.
Yeah,
You're a good dude.
You weren't stopping us to begin with. We were instructed.
Right, I didn't have to stop you but I would have stopped you. But now you stop those guys, okay?
Okay. We were ordered to stay here, though. You realize that, right?
Yeah, by me just now?
No. By the people who are in charge of us. Mm-hmm. We were ordered to stay here.
Right, all the people that tell you what to do, including me.
No. In fact, you're the last person whose opinion matters as far as what we are.
So I'm on the list.
No.
But so as long as you guys are going to stay here, I'm going to check on my friends.
You do that.
Okay.
He turns aside. It's like, oh my god, man.
I join my friends. I say, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
We're just having a peaceful, no weapons, just to chat. We're just chatting it up.
Yeah.
I return.
And Pudding says, "I think your female companion here just deflowered one of our youngest members."
Oh, no worries. I'm sure the corruption was only moral.
I say, you could say that.
I mean, I don't know why you...
And then I turn to camera again and I wink.
I mean, I don't know why you'd be putting flowers on your little boy, but, I think he looks good without him,
I'd feel more comfortable if we stopped referring to him as the little boy.
If you cared about what people were comfortable with, I think you would have stopped a while ago.
So, what we've established is there was an explosion. Town's blaming it on us, of course, and you're telling us that until we figure this out, we've got how long to figure this out before they come and
less than an hour.
Is this still a zone of truth?
Yes.
Okay, then Shump says out loud that during the live performance, during some of the cacao portions, I fooped a little bit.
Oh.
You know what fooping is?
Yes.
What is fooping?
We all know what fooping is.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, just for anyone that doesn't know what fooping is, it's when you fart and poop at the same time.
Shump, I hate to tell you this, but we all know you fooped. I telepathically message Drew and I say, I don't know, the kid saw some sort of rat creature going into that sewer. The manhole was somewhat disheveled. I don't want to go chasing after a rat in the middle of all this, but maybe one of us should go chasing after a rat in the middle of all this.
Oh my god.
So you're volunteering to go in the poop?
No, I am not.
I'll do it.
Okay.
If you
Great.
bet me.
I bet that you won't do it unless I bet you.
I will do it.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, so I'm about to climb into some shit, because you bet me to do it.
Yeah.
Pudding is like,
Yeah.
okay, so if what you guys tell me is true, I only have less than an hour to prepare my entire clan for defense against an attack from the vastly, superior forces of the city guard.
Well, we're also telling you that if you're innocent, that we'll help make sure that they don't kill you.
We're in a zone of truth. I can vouch for everybody in this camp. For most of these people in this camp.
Well, who can you almost not vouch for? And let's bring them in the zone of truth, because while I know and I trust that your intentions are good, and I believe what you're telling me right now, even little Frankie, sometimes breaks the rules and takes a coin or two, right?
That is a
Yes,
very
he
good
does.
point. On a meta note, Drew Arrow is awarded a
Inspiration?
point.
Yeah.
We fade to black as we go through a montage of bringing everybody in the village systematically through the zone of truth. What question specifically are you going to be asking? Because you're going to need to ask very quickly to get through this in the duration of the spell.
Were you involved in the explosion, or do you know who is?
At a certain point, a somewhat unusually acting person dressed in kind of red and black robes with a bandana tied across his face and a hood drawn over.
Not the best at blending in.
No, not at all.
Hey.
Not wanting to step into the zone of truth, he bolts from the line.
I chase!
Initiative.